Hey y'all, what's good in the hood? Today is going to be a quick video of my last couple months, all that I read in the last couple of months. I think we left off in July, my last video, so we have August to October to catch up on. So I'm going to quickly try to run through those. If I look tired, I am tired. I woke up like not even 30 minutes ago. I have to go to work soon, but I figured let me get this video in because I've been meaning to share what I've read in the last couple months. But before we get started, I forgot in my last video because I'm apparently new to this, of what I'm currently reading. My Kindle case has like a whole bunch of stuff on it on the side. Anyways, I'm currently reading Capone by Jaquel J. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, and I want to say it is a woman author. I think it is a woman author. But I am reading this series. I think it's the Delegado series. That's their name, their last name, I believe. I think the first series has 2 or 3 books in it. And then it's like multiple series. It kind of reminds me like of a Gray Huffington type thing. How like each family has like their own series or whatnot. Keep hearing great things about it. So far I'm loving it. I'm only like 13% through though. So not too much going on, but that's what I'm currently reading. Now let's get into my books. Okay, so the first book we have is Here With You Forever. It's the Evermore series. It's the second book of the series by Brienne Dene. And if y'all don't know, y'all know right now that I love me Brienne Dene. Love her down. She's probably one of my favorite authors. Yeah, and this was my favorite of the series. I think I gave this a 4.5 or 5 stars. What was my rating? Oh, I gave it a 4.5. Love this one down. It's pretty much about a girl who just lost her baby daddy. Wait, does she have a child? Y'all know my retention span when it comes to books, especially months ago. Like, I just know I love the book. Can't really remember all that went down. I don't know if it was her baby daddy. Does she have a baby? Damn, y'all. I'm literally tweaking, but anyway, she lost her ex, the love of her life, in an accident, and she ends up falling for his godbrother. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It was amazing. Love Cree down, which is the main male character. Go read Brienne Dene if you haven't, but that's a good one. Next, I read When I Think of You by Maya Ariel. I think that's how it is. This one reminded me of Real by Kennedy Ryan because it has something to do with like movie production. This one was really cute too. Second chance romance. I love me a good second chance romance. So if you're into that, I would say read this one. I think this is her debut. This her debut? I believe so. I don't know. She has another one coming out. I can't remember the name of it. It comes out in next year. Can't think of the name, but love this. It's funny because I have my Goodreads popped up so I can read. I think the girl's name is Kalia. I said, now I will say Kalia irritated me a lot throughout this book, but other than that, I loved everything else. The book also reminded me a little bit of Real by Kennedy Ryan. Like, I need to start writing reviews for real on my Goodreads, or at least write like notes on the books that I've read so I can go back and like get refreshed a little bit, because I told y'all my memory sometimes sucks. Oh, but I rated this one a 4 stars, so that's that. Next book I read, Behind the Scenes by Christina C. Jones. This one was also like a TV show movie making type book. This one was, I wouldn't say insta love. I don't know the tropes of this. Not enemies to lovers. Don't really know the tropes in this one. I gave this one a 3 stars. I did think it was a good book, but I kept putting it down. It took me a long time to finish it, and I didn't like care too much for it. Like I said, it was still a good book. When I give when I give books 3 stars, it's still a good book, and I'd recommend it, but it's not something I'm like jumping up and down, screaming through the rooftops for. And that was my first Christina C. Jones book, I believe. Next book I read, After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I gave this one a 4 star. This one was not second chance. It's pretty much a couple, a married couple that they've been together since high school, going through marital issues, decides to take a break and see where their marriage is going to end up. Beautiful story. I loved it. I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. Her writing is really quick. If you want a quick read to go through, read something of her. I loved it. Like I said, gave it 4 stars. Ain't too much else to say about it. Next, I read Lake by Gray Huffington. This is the Eisenberg Effect series. It's the 3rd one. It's Luca, Lyric, and then Lake. They're all siblings. Loved Lake. Gave it 4 stars. I can't even remember all what happened in Lake, dead ass. I just know him and Bailey were a thing. If you love Gray Huffington, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't read Gray Huffington, start with the Eisenberg Effect with Luca. I'm pretty sure you'll get hooked after you after you read Luca. So good. And then immediately after Lake, I read Liam. If I didn't say, I gave Lake 4 stars. I read Liam, which is the daddy. And that one was really quick. It was like 50 pages, if that. Gave that a 4 stars because I couldn't just give it a 3. Gave pretty much like the backstory of Liam's story and loved it down. So far, if I had to like rate the men of the Gray Huffington books that I read so far, I'm at a toss-up because Luca's been my number 1 for a minute, but right up under Luca is Ledge, and I'll talk about him in a minute, but we'll have to have a whole separate video talking about Gray Huffington men because they're great. After that, I read Pepper Lights by Joanna Kimber. If y'all hear noise outside, my fault. Not even my fault. My bad. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Pepper Lights by Joanna Kimber. It was a novella. This came out, it says published March 2024. I thought this came out last year. Maybe not. I want to say this is her debut book. It's about a girl going out on vacation, getting some time to herself. She meets a guy out there. It's almost insta-lovey. Falls for this guy named River. It's cute. They meet out on vacation. Have a great time. I'm sorry if I'm like, y'all know me, I can't really remember stuff I'm trying to read at the same time, but it was a cute little novella. It was a vacation, insta-lovey type story. Loved it down. Gave it 4 stars. What do we have next? Next is Reclaim Me by J.L. Seegers. Y'all should already know. Love J.L. Seegers. This was part of the New Haven series. I don't know if there's going to be more part of this series, but this one was about, what's the man's name? Hunter. Ray and Hunter. Love Hunter. He was in the first book, not Revive Me, what's it called? Restore Me. Is it Restore Me or Revive Me? I want to say he was in Revive Me. He's the boxer, the trainer for I forget the girl's name, but y'all, if y'all read the series, y'all know who I'm talking about. His story, deep. I gave this 5 stars. It was so emotional. His story is just sad, but has a good ending. I can tell you the tropes. I wrote it all out. Second chance, friends to lovers, found family, hidden baby. Great book. I want to own all her books physically. I only own 1, which is the Revive Me Part 2, which is my favorite book out of the series. Yeah, it's probably my favorite. But yeah, I gave that 5 stars. Like I said, I read these months ago, so sorry for like the vague descriptions. Sorry about it. Next, I read Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I showed y'all guys that in my book haul. Love that one down. Gave it 5 stars. If you haven't yet, go read it. I already described that book in the last video, but yeah, 5 stars, no notes, great. Next, I read Demon's Dream by Elle Kaysen. If you girlies are into urban romance or want to get into urban romance, urban fiction, read Demon's Dream. So good. This is like 700 plus pages though, so she is a big one, but she's worth it. Love this book down. It did take me a while to read, like I said, because it's pretty hefty, and it's a lot going on. I will say it's a lot going on. I was really watching a movie. It was so crazy, especially towards the end. I did give this a 4.5. I think I didn't give it like a 5 stars because I wish it was like, to be honest, I wish it was separate books. They could have separated, I say they, but I wish the storylines could have been separated into 2 different maybe books. But other than that, great book. Yeah, go read that. Next, I read The Situationship by Abby Jimenez. It's like a little short story about Maddie and Doug from, what's the summer book called that she just had? Guys, what am I talking about? Oh, Just for the Summer. That was going to piss me off. The best friend of Maddie and Doug, which is, what's his name's best friend from Part of Your World, how they met, little short story. And then in that short story, they give like a couple chapters of her next book for next year. So I gave that a 3 star because it was nothing too crazy. It was cute. And yeah. Next, I read Parachutes, Book 2, The Glide by Takira Allen. Y'all, if you've never read anything by Takira Allen, just know she'll rip your heart out and put it back together while you're reading her books. I've only read 2 of her books so far. The Parachute books, Book 1 and Book 2. Both ripped me up each time. I cannot wait for the 3rd one. I do not know when she's coming out with that one, but this one was 5 stars for me. If you haven't read anything by Takira Allen, start with Parachutes. I would say, only because that's the only thing I've read, but it's so good. You guys won't regret it, or you might, because it is kind of wild and emotional, but all her books are emotional, so that's all I would say. Okay, next I read Ledge by Gray Huffington, and y'all, this is the one. He's the one that's up there with Luca. Don't know if I want to put him above Luca, only because like I can't stop thinking about this book. Like, I need to reread it soon. That's probably going to be a reading vlog because I loved it so much. I gave it a 5 star. Ledge is literally like my favorite. Oh, I'm reading some people's reviews on Goodreads that I follow online. It's so cute. Super emotional. He's like literally my favorite. Like, get into Gray Huffington's writing for real, because you guys will fall in love with their men, or with her men. It's so good. I don't even want to talk about it too much because, like I said, I'm gonna do a reading vlog with spoilers, of course, so watch that if you've read it before, if you just don't care about spoilers, because we're gonna be doing that soon. Halo I read next, which is the FMC of Ledge. She had like her own novella. Yeah, because it's only like 72 pages. Gave this a 4 stars. It was cute. It's pretty much just like an epilogue of Ledge. It was cute. Next, I read From the Hood with Love by Brianne Denée. Told y'all, love Brianne Denée. This series came out in 2021. Yeah. I'm already on the 2nd book so far because this left off on a cliffhanger and you have to just start the next one immediately. This one was really good too. I gave this a 4 stars. Has a huge cliffhanger. Projects is my man. Like, at this point, I need to make a video about all the men I love in all the books because there's a lot of them at this point. Love Brianne Denée's writing. Start that series if you want a good one. I hear the 2nd and 3rd book is even crazier, so I'm scared, but that's neither here nor there. Next, I read The Corner of Olive and Oak by Aubrey Penn. This one I feel like is a novella. I don't know what counts as a novella anymore. Oh, this is 130 pages, so I think it is a novella. I gave this a 3 stars. I think it was okay. I honestly can't even remember it, and this is more of the most recent books I read. It was just an okay book for me. Like, I honestly can't even remember what happened in this book. But I know everybody likes her writing, so I want to get more into her catalog. I'll probably read the next book in the series soon, to see how I continue liking it or not. Next, also by Brianne Denée. It was also Bree-tober. If you didn't know, Brianne Denée's birthday's in October, as well as somebody else's, and I was just reading her books for real. Tricking is a Treat. It was an erotica, a novella, erotic. I don't know how you describe that. Erotica, whatever. It was a little short book, spicy book, around Halloween. Really good, 50 pages. Loved it. Gave it 4 stars. Next, I read For However Long by, I don't know if it's Kiara or Kiera, and I follow this girl, like we're mutuals on Instagram. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Kiara Cache. Girl, correct me if I'm wrong. This is her, I want to say her second book, her sophomore novel. Because her first one came out, I want to say last year. I haven't read that one yet. It was called Steel. This one is like part of a series with I think like 2 other authors. Read this one, loved it down. Kaya and Taj. I really love this book. It was really sweet, really cute. Oh, see, I get distracted when I'm on my phone looking at stuff because it's like, what the hell? Yeah, Kaya, she's pretty much getting over a relationship, wants to have a one-night stand, to just kind of like reclaim her body, reclaim her whatever. Goes out, finds Taj, have a one-night stand, but it blossoms from there. It kind of reminds me of that Brienne Dene book, not the one I just told y'all about. Oh, what's the name of it? It was part of that series, the Evermore series. If I can think about it, I'll put it up. If I don't, sorry, but it reminds me of a Brienne Dene book. But they are different. So, love that book down. And the cover, beautiful. And last but not least, the book I just finished, When He's Not There. It's also part of that series I'm telling you about. This one was by Z. Renee, also an introduction to Indigo Falls. Now, this character, Truce, he was in the other book, like the guy's friend, Taj's friend. So it's like, you can read these separately. You don't have to read them in any type of order. But this one, y'all, I gave this one a 5-star, first of all. Second of all, Truce, if you don't like the cheating trope, you might not, I'm not going to say you might not like this because I don't condone cheating as well, but I love reading about it. And this was more like her getting her lick back, not her just cheating because she ain't shit. She was cheating to get back on her nigga, and oh, it was so good, y'all. Truce didn't give a damn about nothing. And he's literally one of my top book boyfriends probably of this year. I can't wait to reread it. That's how you know a book is so good, when you want to like immediately reread it. That's how I felt about this one. I just finished this like 2 days ago. I pre-ordered this book, so once I get that physical book, we'll probably do a reading vlog on it, or I'll go through my annotations or something. But this one was really good too. It was also a short novella. It was like 110 pages, but I recommend this book down if you want like a short, quick read, and you don't mind spicy books, because this isn't erotica, I think. Great book. Great, phenomenal book. And that's all the books, guys, that I've read from August till now. Like I said, I'm currently reading that one book I showed you guys earlier, but I'm in the middle of like 5 books right now. And on my Goodreads challenge, I'm 69 books out of 80. I'm 1 book behind schedule. I haven't been behind schedule all year, so I need to speed it up. Maybe I need to read some more novellas to get to my goal. I know I'm going to finish my goal before the year, but this will be the most books I read in a year. 80 books, because usually I stick to 50. So, yeah. That was all the books that I've read. Can't think of anything else I want to say to y'all other than I hope I see you guys in my next video, and peace.